So this one is made, I don't even know what this thing is called. I think it's just, we call it a wreath maker, maybe? I don't know. But it's a placement template that you would put in a MISTI or any other kind of stamp positioner, and allows you to do the circle. Now I'm going to show you how to make this first. So basically you want, this particular one is 6 by 6, and it'll make one this size. This is your typical 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. And so that's how big it'll make it. The bigger your template, the bigger your wreath. So this is made with a 6 by 6 piece of cardstock. You want something pretty rigid if you're going to use it over and over, because there's going to be a lot of moving and manipulating and stuff. So that is 6 inches. And you want to make sure it's square. That's pretty important. By 6. I like to, this works pretty good. Works pretty good for marking your, you want to find the center, but you also want at your corners so you want to go 3 inches in and mark there as well as here, and then 3 inches up and mark that. You do want to draw a line here and here. Okay. Also, from your corner to your corner, make sure you're not off. You want it to come directly out of your corner. Like that. Now, you're going to want, so this one I used a, what is that? Probably a 3 by 3. A 3 1/4 by, you're going to want a square die. Now, if you don't have a square die, here's what you can do. Cut yourself a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 square. 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. That looks like it, yeah. So here's your alternative. Cut yourself a square 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. See, oh, it does fit in there. All right. And then you're going to take it and you're just going to line up your corners. That looks good. And then I would mark it out. And then use an X-Acto knife and cut. But before you do that, mark it like this as well. You want to line up the corners of your cardstock to the side lines as well. And also mark that. Okay. And then you're going to want to cut here, let me do it this way. You're going to want to cut these lines right here. Now I am going to use my die cutting machine because I can, and I'm not that great at freehand cutting, because this really does need to be like pretty close to exact. But I'm going to use my die cut machine. Here it is cut. When you make it, I would suggest just using pencil if you have to outline everything. I didn't. I just did these lines and then lined up the corners of my dies on the lines, and it was fine. So I just did that for you. Now, let's get down to it. Let's see, on this one I used I used a total of 2 stamps on this, and look at how beautiful that turned out. In the end, I came back with an alcohol marker and I put the berries in. But other than that, there's 2 small stamps, and really, you can use any small stamp. Let's see what I have here. Okay, how about we can do this? Let's see what we get with this. I'm going to try using these. So this particular one, if it turns out, we'll have to see, because I have a hard time visualizing. So you can use one or both. Let me see. So I think I want, I don't know about that, because it goes this way as opposed to, maybe. Let's see. I haven't done this in a while, so let's see what we get. All right. So basically, I'm just arranging it. Honestly, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while. So let's find out what we get. So I just used the same die that I used to cut this to cut my piece of paper. Now, you want to make sure, and this when you're doing this, I like to use temporary adhesive on my pad, just to make sure. See, it's already got a little bit there, but just to make sure it's going to stay. So a little bit there. A little there. A little there. That should be enough. And that's just so that it doesn't shift around. You don't want it shifting. And then just a little bit in the middle also, so that your paper, see how it can tend to want to go underneath there. You want it to fit, you want it to stay right in there. Let's see how it does. I'm looking for a second color. These are similar, just light and dark. Same note, different octaves. So, yeah. Anyway, I like to choose those kind of colors. For me, that's just what's harmonious. What I think is going to look good or won't look good isn't always, I'm not the authority on this. So, I have that inked up. There we go. And we're going to stamp. Okay. You're going to take your paper, and I'm going to go 1 point. And now the key to this, you could have gone the other way. Just be consistent. Whatever direction you go first, stay with that. Just keep going like that. So, ink it up. Stamp. Let's see here. And then you're going to go 1 point. Okay. Now, this point you could change it up and use a different stamp, or you could use the same stamp and just move it a little bit. See how it's almost too perfect. I don't think this matters, but maybe it does. So now I've got that center of that stem coming out a little bit. Let's see what we get with this. Now switch up the color. So at this point, I think I'll do a maybe some pine cones. So you can do something like this. Let's put this first. This is definitely going to go here. And kind of try to make it look random, but the more you look at it, the less random it looks, you know. Maybe this. Like that. Like a little. I like that. Let's just go with that. That will work. Now these can be used for something else. This is going to just be real simple. Okay, well, let's do this first. Okay, do I want that like that? This down here? Like that? And this little guy is going to go here. Like that. And pop that up. We'll go ahead and pop this up. Some foam tape. I kind of want to do a poinsettia rather than that little deer. I might do a poinsettia. Before I glue anything down, I'm going to make a poinsettia. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and soft. Hopefully that's straight. It's not quite, is it? Uh-oh. It isn't quite straight. See if we can get it straight. Close enough. Close enough. Okay. And then that. This will go right there. I like it. I'm going to put that on top now. Like that. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So here's some more ideas, and as you can see, it can be used for many different occasions. Hope you all have a great holiday and stay crafty. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.